So, I mean, the whole thing is like Mickey and Goofy go through the ride, and Mickey gives a lot of talking points about energy, and then Goofy says like vaudeville jokes. Like Goofy makes jokes, and I just wrote a note at a certain point that says Goofy is a fucking menace in this comic.
For not taking our energy crisis seriously.
What are some sample pieces of dialogue?
Do you want to do a
we should
reading
do
of
a
these
reading.
two panels?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure. Should I do Mickey?
What do you want to do? You want
I
to be
can't do a
Mickey or
great Goofy. I can do pretty decent Mickey.
I'll do Goofy then.
All right. I'm ready for you.
I'm mostly my Goofy is mostly just me saying gorsh.
Okay, so Mickey starts here?
No, I think Goofy.
Okay, great.
Permafrost? What's that? Gorsh.
Oh, it's a permanently frozen layer of ice and soil that can be thousands of feet deep.
Wow, I bet no one has to worry about ice cream melting here. Yuck. So that's when, like, about halfway through this comic when I lost my
Well, there's also like they're talking about how gas prices are going up, and Goofy says,
gosh, Mick, that scares me a lot.
like the word scarce, soil's getting scarce,
Oh.
and
Yeah, Goofy, but it will help if we can find new sources of oil in our own country.
Like what?
This comic acknowledges the 70s gas crisis about like we can't great, and we can always buy oil from foreign countries too.
they're riding a camel.
They're riding a
in this
camel.
panel.
Well, sometimes we can't depend on other countries. Since 1973, our foreign oil supply has been cut off twice.
What?
This is so crazy.
crazy.
And it also did it how the website I found this all scanned on scanned it in reverse order. So
you had to piece it back together.
Piece it back
Well,
together.
also, you're passing by a very crucial panel.
Oh yeah, so there is a panel where Mickey explains how
Mickey in like a parka is
Mickey in a
pointing
parka
up
is-
to a map.
a map of Alaska that shows how oil goes from Prudence Bay in northern Alaska to Valdez in southern Alaska. And you might remember Valdez from the being the site of the Exxon Valdez oil spill.
Only 4 years
Only
after
4
this fun
years
kids comic
after this
was.
fun kids comic.
There should be.
flows without issue or spillage to Valdez.
There's no panel where Goofy's like, "Why are you talking about all this stuff? What got into you?" Oh yeah, here. So,
They also talk about other forms of energy.
There sure are. There's nuclear power. In the future, it can provide endless energy. Today's
Like this
nuclear-
is right around 3 Mile Island too, I think, right? Isn't that the main?
We love nuclear energy. CEO Rex Tillerson is doing a great job.
So
I mean, it's
yeah,
truly
so
perverse. This whole
comic-
thing is perverse.
It's
very
weird.
perverse.
I mean, look, the drawings are great.
They are. Do we know who did the art? Who did the art here?
Yeah, I don't think this comic has any credits in it besides like.
Well, no one
Walt
wanted
Disney
to.
Productions.
Everyone knew what they were doing.
Oh,
As with branded entertainment,
Right.
you don't want your name on it.
Walt Disney Productions and a branch called Walt Disney Educational Media Company.
Oh, man.
Ooh boy.
Oof. Oof.
Walt Disney Educational Media Company can be bought.
After
Elsewhere in this comic, also Mickey makes a point of saying how coal will be around for a long time. And there's a general sentiment that runs through this comic as well as both iterations of the ride, which is solar power is a great idea. It'll be awesome once it's cheaper. That's what it's really pushing. Like, yeah, someday we'll get to solar energy, but it's just, it doesn't. Look, it's cost prohibitive.
Also, wind is mentioned in the ride, but they didn't draw it in the comic. And you'd think like giant windmills would be a nice little page of the comic, but like, nope.
Nah, who cares?
That's for our children to worry about.
How are we gonna? What if there's no wind? It doesn't work.
What is this, Holland? Fuck off.
I don't recall having this comic as a kid. I mean, I'm sure I went on this. I have no memory also of going on this as a kid because it's obviously why would I remember it?
Yeah.
But after you read this as a kid, did you suddenly have an urge to pump gas, like help mom pump gas or something? Do you remember?
Only at
Yeah.
Exxon.
Only at, I mean, as long as it was at Exxon, we were a Sunoco family, so I don't think we stopped by Exxon a lot.
We were Mobile. We'd always go to Mobile, which eventually
Oh,
was
yeah.
obviously Exxon Mobil.
And Mobile got a spin at sponsoring our favorite attraction, the Universe of Energy.